Hey Scrappy Peeps, Suzanna here today for the Scrap Room to share with you a layout I created using my July Flavor of the Month kit. This is the layout that I created, and I used the Simple Stories Hello Summer collection, and I made my own background. So there's a close-up of the background that I created. The background is actually imitating a piece of pattern paper that comes in the July kit. I loved the pattern paper, but the problem was that with the pattern paper, if I were to have cut it to be it probably would have been about 3.5 to 4 inches wide. The circles would have been cut down the edge of the circle, which is fine, but I wanted to reproduce the look. So what I did was I took a couple of my Shimmerz, and I have these round circle, they're sponge paint brushes. I think you use these for stenciling. And so what I did was I activated my Shimmerz. I then put my sponge in the Shimmerz and then literally just kind of gently twisted the circle, which gave me that circle look. And the cool thing that you could see in the detail close up there is that these circles actually have shimmers to them. So it's kind of a reproduction of the pattern paper, but it actually has taken on its own really cool watercolor look with some shimmer to it. So I'm going to quickly fast forward through some of this. And then once I get all of the color, and I use the 5 different colors that are in the pattern paper, I am then going to want, just like the pattern paper had black circles in it, I wanted some black textured circles as well. However, I filmed this before I got the Bo Bunny stamps that I got in my latest YouTube haul video, and so I had to find another way of getting circles. So my compromise for that was I had a really cool textured square stamp. You see those from American Crafts down there. And so what I did was I inked up my stamp and I stamped it through a piece of cardstock that I had actually cut a circle in. So if you do this technique, you want to make sure that you have a thinner piece of paper. It's lightweight cardstock. It's not the 110-pound cardstock. And that way you can see I still get a circle. I still get the texture that's in the stamp, but I didn't have to invest in yet another set of stamps. Mind you, I did. But you can see how the stamps that I did buy from that Tuesday morning haul would have been perfect for this, and here I present with you an alternative if you don't have circle stamps and how you can get a circle stamp look. So these photos are of my daughter on the last day of school before going to school. I had actually wanted to title this layout Last Day of School, but Hello Summer were the letters that I had, and that seemed fitting because while it was the last day of school, it was also the first day of summer for her. So to spatially balance, visually balance the polka dots on the left-hand side and the pictures that are going to go on the left-hand side of the page, I put that border on the right-hand side of the page. So you get those dots that are also found in the circles. And then you get all of those colors in that stripe that runs vertically along that right-hand side. I really liked that speech bubble that said Hello Summer. So I fussy cut that out of the journal card, but I really wanted the spots that are in that journal card as well because they complemented in the spots that are down that right-hand side, and I wanted to tie everything together. So that's why I just kind of cut it on a diagonal so that I could use that to frame that smaller picture there. I wanted to pull a little bit more red into the layout, and so I'm just going to back this photo. It's a 6x4 photo with that little sort of pinky red, kind of more of a watermelon color with that. And by doing that, the picture really pops from those dots that I had put in the background there. I toyed with the idea of fussy cutting some flowers there, but why cut into a whole piece of paper if you aren't sure that you're going to use more fussy cut flowers? And plus I have this whole sticker sheet that came with my ScrapRoom kit, so there was really no need to fussy cut into that because there actually are flowers in there, and I imagine that there are flowers as well in the die cuts. So remember that for the Scrap Room kits, I have the pattern paper add-on as well as the embellishment add-on. So when you're looking to the kits and you want to scrap lift my layouts, absolutely feel free to do that. Just remember that I have more than just the basic kit. So I liked the Hello Summer, but I really liked the idea of popping that hello that's made out of kind of an 80s style font with the strawberry as the O. I like the idea of that popped on top of the hello. That just gave a little bit of dimension to the layout. So I'll put some foam underneath that. And then to complement that, because I didn't get the full embellishment collection with the Scrap Room kits, you just get a sampling, which is really nice. I decided to cut that out, and what I don't do on this video that I do off camera is I felt like that speech bubble needed something, and so I put the sunglasses stickers on top of that because that's very summery as well. So I've committed to these particular elements and I'm going to adhere them down. I did toy with the idea of sewing on that right-hand side border. The problem is that once I had these stickers down, especially with the foam embellishments, I didn't want to pull them up and it was difficult to sort of stitch around it. So there is that sun in the clouds, and the sun is popped on some foam adhesive. One of the things you could do, I did not do, thought about it after the fact, is put a thread ball, as I call them, a bundle of thread underneath the sun would look really cool. And then I have a little bit of vellum that I'm just adding for a texture layer underneath that smaller picture there. And that is a 4x3 picture, which is of her with her school bags heading off to school for the last day. And I didn't want some empty space in there, so I had to move that speech bubble far enough down that there wasn't any trapped space. And here's the foam. This is foam adhesive squares from Scrapbook Adhesives by 3L. Some of you who follow me and watch my videos know that I've struggled with the small adhesive roller, but I really do like the foam for these. Is perfect. It's the perfect height. I find that some foam dots are way too high and way too thick. It feels like a skyscraper sitting on my layout, whereas these are the perfect height. I will say that I do prefer my Scotch roll foam adhesive because I can cut out as much as I want and then I only pull one layer off instead of continuously pulling all of the squares off. But in a pinch, those are perfect. So there's that smaller yellow, and then I am going to put something on, as I mentioned earlier. It's just going to come after the fact. So that is me scrapping with Simple Stories Hello Summer, with a really unoriginal Hello Summer title of my daughter on her last day of school. This is just one of the 4 flavors of the month that you will get for July. Be sure to go over to my haul video and you can see what other 3 collections you get with this month's kit. Thanks for joining me today. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask them in the box below. If you enjoyed this video, a thumbs up would be great, and I hope to see you soon. Thanks for stopping in today. Take care.